Check. What's happening? Can you hear me? Can you see? You can't see me yet. Bear with me. I'm trying to figure out why it didn't connect to the YouTube event that I had already set up.
Everybody tells me I have to smell everything you drink.
No.
Okay, so it's not.
That's like $3.
Oh
no.
Hi, Mom.
Okay, so it's not.
Oh, you know what I did?
I took another drink. I was like, okay, so it's not good, but it's my birthday, so.
What's happening? Can you hear me? It's good. I think it's good. I'm trying things out. Love you too, Mom. Thanks for tuning in. So, welcome everyone to Phazerville. Kind of trying to figure out some technical difficulties. But here I am. What you're hearing right now in the background is a track I made back in September, near the beginning of September. But the whole idea was I recorded a bunch of just chatter at a campfire gathering that we went to. So, oh yeah, it's over. Yeah, but the idea was to record a bunch of like foley, chatter, just people talking, and use it as a background texture, which I really like. A prominent example of that would be Quality Control by Jurassic 5. It's got that. I don't really want to play too much copyrighted music. I don't know if I can even go find it real quick, but yeah, it starts out with that woo. It's like just people at a party kind of vibe, and it just gives it a vibe. Well, I hope if anybody else was waiting on the other YouTube, I tried to schedule the YouTube thing in advance. But then when I went live, it made a separate one. So I don't know, maybe Restream just works like that. Anyway, welcome to Phazerville. This is I'm doing a recap of what I've made for the second week of October, which is not nearly as much as the first week. Because it just didn't happen. Work gets in the way, and like even last night I was trying to dabble with some things, but I was just too tired. I didn't get hardly anything done. So I made something for day 9, or at least I started it. Let me switch over to my DAW. Okay. So I made something for day 9, and it wasn't really that great, but it was something. It was an experiment. And then I made something on day 13. So I've kind of shifted my focus now. If you're out there watching, say hi. I see somebody on Twitch too. I know Diana's out there, but this is mostly for later, I guess. So, all right, let me just play you the things that I have right now, and then I'll break it all down and yeah, so let me load them in here, and I'll play them in here. Then this one. Okay. So first up, this is what I have for day 9. Fancy. Yeah, so it's a bit messy, but I don't know, that was just like a vibe I was working with. I was just trying some things out. So like I was gonna say, I've kind of shifted my focus more towards trying to make like one big finished piece each week, which is more realistic with my schedule this year. So like I'll work on like a certain element every day, or try to create a new piece of sound design, or record a new element or something like that each day if I can. A lot of days it's pretty difficult if I'm stuck at work for 12 hours, Sometimes I have energy after work, but a lot of times I just don't. So that was pretty cool. I'll break that down in a minute, but I'm going to show you the other one I made, which I'm more proud of. This is essentially like a continuation of the same vibe. Like I was gonna try to build on the other one, or pull some of the pieces from the other one that I liked into a full track, but this one's really cool. It started out with little snippets, little sample chops of some chords that I played during a live a live take or something like that, and I just recycled some sounds. So this one's really cool. Yes. You hear that rain? Yeah, nice little rainstorm texture in the back of that one. Oh, it's gonna loop. So yeah, that one turned out pretty cool. And it was more than a day's work, really. I don't know. I mean, that one, I kind of threw it together in one session, but I used pieces, I built on work that I have previously done. So, well, first, okay, so I'll break down each one just a little bit. And then maybe afterwards I'll try to create something new or add some new stuff to the day 13 one, which I called Precipitate. So here's day 9, and I think it just started out with the piano. I just wanted to play with piano. Nothing special, just a couple chord things. In fact, I think I played, well, I don't remember what, I don't know. So somehow I just came up with some piano chords, and then I just wanted like a housey vibe. I think it was originally at 128 and I slowed it down to 125. And I just I wanted to make my own kick from scratch. So I used this little subatomic. I've had this for a while. It's just a simple kick drum synthesizer. Can you even hear it? Yeah. And it's pitched. So I don't even know if it's in the right key. But yeah, like the kick was originally the sub bass line, which I muted for some reason. Huh. Yeah. It's very much like a rough work in progress thing. I got all these drums down here. This was kind of cool. It's just like a hi-hat loop thing from a live session, and I put all kinds of stuff like bit reduction, D Blue Crusher. Got this Rough Rider to make it really like dirty, nasty. Valhalla Supermassive for the echoes. High passed. Over here is where it sounds cool. Like, let me show you without everything. See? It's just like a regular hi-hat loop. But when you turn, well, there's like reverb and stuff on the drum bus, but when you crush it, that might actually be like too much echo, but oops. So that's just one element. And there's some other hats. This is a real production technique I can break down. So this is, can't quite see. Can you see the hats bus here? Okay, so I have just 3 different hi-hats that I picked out and put them on, mapped them out on 3 different keys. So I should be able to play these. There they are. So oh, you can't see my keyboard. I know this is the wide view. I got more things set up over here that I was gonna play with, but so I'm playing over here the 3 hi-hats on my Keystep. I should move my Keystep over there. What do you think? It's kind of too late. This is just gonna be a quick stream. So I have the 3 hi-hats on 3 different keys, and I used the random arpeggio mode on my Keystep to come up with just a random hi-hat pattern. So if I zoom in here on this pattern was just kind of randomly generated by the Keystep. So it's one of the happy accidents it won't run. The arpeggio won't run unless the project is running. Let me just kind of do this, and I can do it live. I'll show you it live. So it's playing now. The Keystep is running. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. You get the idea. So I used the Keystep's arpeggiator function, the random arpeggiator, to generate a pseudo random hi-hat pattern that I then rendered and played with further. Anyway, this is just a little bachata, I guess. I don't know. Just some little drum percussion thing. Couple claps. Hard pan left and right. All together, it sounds like this. Oh, geez. Kind of messy. I haven't had a chance to really mix it correctly. And then there's the piano comes in. And then what? Okay, so the real cool thing about this track is the vocal cord sample. That's my voice. I showed that off in the last stream. But that's like a sampled chop of my voice singing harmonies. There's like probably three layers in there from an old project. And I've reused that a few times. But this time, the new thing is that I added some portamento because the Resamplematic 5000 stock sampler plugin with Reaper, they recently added portamento capability. So I wanted to try that out with this sample, and it's pretty neat. There's heavy side chaining going on, as well as reverb or delay, yeah. Then it builds. So that's a really neat vocal chord from my vocal cords. I love it. That was part of the idea. Like I mentioned last time, every once in a while I want to pull in all the coolest stuff that I've made into one big project to really like knock it out of the park, you know. So that's why I used that. And then what's over here? This thing's really cool. That's just a preset in Surge. It's called Chording. And it sounds amazing. I highly recommend this Surge synth. It's free, open source now. It used to be a paid thing like back in the day, but it's just amazing. You can do, this is like probably the free equivalent to something like Serum. That's why I got it. I've just been resisting buying all kinds of expensive synths because honestly, you get this Surge synth and you can make anything. Or you can browse all their presets and all the third-party presets. There's probably there's a huge community of people making presets for it. It's just incredible. This one happens to be from Kuniklo in the ARPs called Chording. It's just beautiful. Right out the box. Right? Even the delay on it is part of the built-in effects in Surge. Step sequencer doing all the work, you know. Incredible. And then there's some lead, which is also Surge. Future sax, I guess. And some OTT. Jeez. It was just kind of buried in there. And I only put it in that one spot. I probably, if I were to develop this one more, I'd probably record more solo with that lead. Expand the arrangement here. I've got some automation on the side chain, so it's more intense right here. From there, it just kind of fades and dies out because I didn't know where else to go, or I was out of energy or whatever. I did end up switching to a sampled kick. Yeah. That's about all there is to show for that one. Yeah, it was like, honestly, that one's just kind of messy, and I don't care to do much more with it. That was day 9, which day 9 was Friday. That was the Friday right after I did my last live stream, and I had to work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I had Monday, Tuesday off. I worked Wednesday, Thursday, and now here we are on Friday. So, Monday I was hanging out with a friend and didn't really make any music. So then Tuesday the 13th is when I finally got some good studio time to make this. This is the big one. This is the big one. So, it starts out with this chord sample. This is what I started with. Oh, there's an automated high pass on it at the very beginning, so it you know, it's kind of high passed up there, and slowly comes into the full spectrum. At least for the sample. So this sample outboard, it's just little pieces of a recording that I did. I was in projects. I often do this where I just like look through. Hold on, I need this to be bigger. So I kind of, like, all my projects are all indexed in one big database, all my sounds. So I'll often go through here and just like look through old recordings or rendered like pieces. Like that was from one of the ones from week 1. There's a drum loop. Resampling drones. Little bits and pieces. This particular one I'm doing though, outboard. Oh, there's outboard glued. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. Oh, okay. So this is the full recording. This was actually like I recorded this for another project, and I can't tell you what I was playing either. I want to say that this is the wine glass pad, and I was playing it on my laptop, recording it into my main DAW on my workstation. I don't know, it might just be some pad synth, but it's beautiful. You hear this? I had a bunch of reverb on it. You know, this was just like a live take of me recording. These are the ones I think that I chopped. So this one, and this one, and then this one, and that one. So they come out to, yep. Oh, yeah, so it was this one, that one, maybe another one. I ended up pitching them down. So we got this, and this, and then the other ones were pitched down even more for, you know, a third and fourth chord. And then I mapped them out. In fact, I want to kind of show you new project tab. I want to show you how I do that. So like, let's load in this full file. And actually, that's not how I did it. I just used the Media Explorer here. So you have this whole file. You can come in here, just select a piece that you want, and drag that right in as an item. So here's another piece that I wanted. Here's another piece I wanted. And this one. So that's all I needed. I just wanted some sample chops. Okay. And I have this, if you use Reaper, this is incredible. You can get this repack. I can't remember how you get it, but it's a package manager that allows you to easily install other packages, like little scripts and all kinds of like helpful things that people in the community have created. Like, look at them all. Holy cow. And so I installed this one that helps with quickly mapping samples to Resamplematic 5000 instances on the track. So you can do export selected items to RS5K instances on selected track. Use original source. I could do it that way. You select the bass pitch. So 60 is like middle C. I'm going to do 48 for the lower C. And so it immediately converts those. Oh, is it going to work? Oh, it didn't work. Why didn't it work? Weird. I don't know. The other way, like use original source is one way. You can do it like this and it automatically glues them for you. Yeah, so it just glued each of those items as new files and then mapped them to 4 separate RS5K instances. And I can play each one. And then if I wanted to replicate what I did before, I'd have to pitch down a couple of them. Because these are it's just a chord sample being played with one MIDI key. Yeah. What I actually did was I got the samples how I wanted them first. Like I think I pitched these 2 down. Yeah, it was like that. So I pitched these 2 down 3 semitones, and I pitched these 2 down 5 semitones, I think. Yep, that's how I did it. And then I glued each of these and used that script thing to map it onto some samplers. And there we are. And then I vibed out and played them on the keyboard. I think that's what I started with. I didn't even have a beat. I brought this beat in. That was a beat that I made in Caustic from one of the earlier projects this month. And I was just like, hey, whatever, I just need something. I just need some drum loop to play along to. But I think I actually started with just a metronome. Yep. Hey Krista, thanks. Yeah, this is turning out to be a really nice track, I think. So it started out like, okay, trying to move on. I get too like in depth into little things, but I don't want to go more than an hour today. So the rain sounds though, that was the last edition, like after I had everything else laid out. But yeah, just a little bit of rain that I recorded years ago. 12/04/16. 2012? Yeah, it's old. But so I started with the little chord sample, and then I think I added the bass line next. And this bass line is just Tal bass line. This is a free synth. You know, easy. It's just it's the envelope sub bass preset on this nice free synth. It has a lot of like analog character. It was just it worked instantly. And I want to add in that I recorded the MIDI for both of these live, and I did not quantize. So this has got a nice live feel. See? Like it's not perfect. And you don't want it to be perfect. Like, it's nice to have a little bit of human characteristic. Or at least I like that kind of thing. Next, I recorded this RP synth. This is Surge. Lil Exploders. It's a pluck, technically. Let me see what it sounds like by itself. Oh, it's filtered down. There's a filter envelope. But if it's unfiltered... Yeah, it's got a nice little bite to it. I called it RP. The thing is, I used the arpeggiator on the Keystep to record this. So it's not an arpeggio, but it's just notes. I also used chord mode to play the fifth. So, yeah. It comes out as just really fast notes. It gives the effect of like a guitar, a rhythm guitar or something like that. What else? So then it breaks in. Splash render. I want to say that is just like an incidental render with reverb for like an effect that I found. I just found it from an old project. And, you know, it sounds like a nice splash, so I threw it in there. So then we got the splash, the drum loop, bass line, chord sample, and the RP thing, along with all kinds of reverbs and delays. And when it breaks in, it sounds like this. Pretty cool. I'm very precise. Yeah, you know, it's a blessing and a curse that I've always been very detailed, meticulous. If my mom's still watching, she's always called me meticulous. But in the moment, like, all this came together pretty quickly. Like, I don't necessarily think about all these details when I'm creating it. Like, you just get in the zone and then things happen. And then, so like I recorded the basic ideas first very quickly. And then it's a matter of like, I probably took a break, you know, ate food, walked around or something, came back and started like laying out the arrangement, and then maybe like applying all the effects and things. But, you know, I've been doing this long enough that it's kind of second nature. You know, it's just like driving a car. So the next cool thing that I added was chatter foley. Yeah, I can show you this dry. So this track has a bunch of effects on it. You see, of course, OTT. But let me start at the end. So there's that's what it sounds like right now. I still kind of want to morph this. A lot of work and detail in your set. Oh yeah, like my DJ sets. Yeah, just everything I do. And I mean, this is nothing. Like, compared to like a full finished production, I don't know. I guess I've got all the right ideas. But I feel like nothing is ever finished. It takes forever to really finesse things into a finished product. Anyway, this foley thing, it's basically like just little snippets of chatter. And I'm taking a cue from the You Suck at Producing YouTube channel. Underbelly, he recently posted a video. His newest video is about using foley, and it really, and that's something like I've always done. I've always loved to just take random sounds and turn them into percussion or whatever. Just like literally, you can turn literally anything into music. So let me turn off a bunch of these. I guess I'm not using the chorus plugin. I'm going to go ahead and delete that so it's not confusing me. That EQ is in effect. There's also a dub delay. And this is the magic. This skitter, it's an old plugin. It's 32-bit, but it still works in bridged mode. But this is essentially just a gate. Tempo synced gate, so it just chops. It makes it choppy. Let me turn everything off, and here's the original sample. So that was more of that campfire chatter. And I had actually like recorded some beatboxing and vocal layers on there too. But this is like multiple layers of just people chattering in the background. And I was like, maybe I can turn that into an interesting kind of jittery like percussion thing. So I slapped a bunch of OTT. That's just like bringing out all the character. And then there's a repitch. What's this doing? This is just like layering pitched versions of it in the left and right channel to make it sound even more busy. And then the skitter. This is the magic. Yeah, see? So that's making it, it's gating it in sync with the tempo. And then what? More delay. Some EQ to just isolate the frequencies and kind of cut out some mud. This crazy compressor to give it more oomph. Another compressor that's my standard one, and then this supermassive echo. So that's some crazy foley design, chatter foley. Yeah, taking the technique, kind of taking a cue from Underbelly. At least he inspired me to try to do some of this kind of thing. I actually like, so while I'm here, maybe I'll do it, but my other idea, oh, this is fully wet. Okay. My other idea was to modulate the pitch. And it would be with this. I'll try it. Let me try it out, okay? While I'm live. I'm going to turn both of these ones down to -6. So they're still there. And then I'm going to add another one right in the middle. And this is going to be like... That's what I want it to do. Hold on, let me turn these ones off. So we got just one pitch shifter. See, so my idea is to modulate this pitch shift with an LFO. So it's just going up and down in pitch randomly. This is going to be in the middle, centered, not full strength, slow. I don't know, not too slow, but kind of like that. Just up and down about an octave. So yeah. Like that makes it a little more interesting, I think. Let's see how it sounds in the mix. Yeah, it is kind of creepy, huh? Ditex, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I'll check your track. Hold on a minute. For sure. Yeah, so that's a pretty neat little technique for generating some random, pseudo-random texture. What else is there? What's this click? Oh yeah. That's just a snippet out of some of the chatter recordings where there happens to be a click. Like you can hear people talking in there too, but it's a nice click. So I just put that in to accentuate the last snare of, the fourth snare in every bar. Okay, I'm almost done with this track. Then I'll check your thing. Everything breaks down and then it comes back up with a bunch more synths that are like way too loud because I haven't mixed it right yet. Yeah, this is where I was like, oh, let me just like add some more synths. So it's a handful of surge. Quirp. That sounds like very, very quirpy. And then there's a mid synth. I don't remember what that was. It was another surge preset that I just rendered. And then, brass. So this is like synth brass. OB8 jump brass. I've always loved synth sounds like this. So all together, there's these 3 layers and they sound really big. I think the Corp thing is just too loud. That's what it is. Plus this nice thing in the background. Oh, this is something I do a lot too, is like I'll come up with a pattern like this and then like you can tell I've just copy pasted the same MIDI pattern onto 3 different instruments, but then I'll take one of them and shift it backward by like a beat. It's like an echo thing. But it's playing the same thing. It's basically a way to kind of build up an arpeggio, like a real arpeggio. And then it get more intense over here, and it gets really messy. And at the very end, the chord sample comes back in. outro, I bring the rain sounds back in as things kind of die down. Beautiful. Yeah, I always like pairing a nice little chord sample with some nice rain sounds. Just peaceful, you know? It's awesome. So that's all I've got for week 2. But it's like a lot of different things that I've built up. Like the drum sample I created this month, the drum loop. The chord sample thing was the initial seed for this. You know, I just brought a bunch of different things together. Yeah, pretty cool. I'll save this since I made some changes. But okay. Dietex. So what do you want me to rate your track or give you like you want me to roast it? I'm going to roast you. What style is it? Hip hop shit? Oh shoot, this is coming through twice. Really heavy bass.
I love you.
Ooh. Is that a can crack? Whoa, switch up. That's pretty cool. Is that like... Hold on, is that like 5/4 time at the end? No, it's 6, right? It's in 6. That's neat. I've been really wanting to experiment with non-standard time signatures. Like 6, people do 3 and 6 a lot, but I don't hear many like 5/4 or 7/4, 7/8 or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty cool, dude. 45 minutes ago. Cool. Are you trying to make lots of music this month as well? I dig it. I'm not really that into like hip hop, rap, trap stuff anymore. Like I do have obviously a large hip hop influence, but I try to like mash it up with other things. So it's not necessarily my style, but sounds pretty cool. I hope you continue. Make music every day. Every day. That's my philosophy. Whoa. All the chats just suddenly come in. I don't have the chat on the other view, do I? Well, that's all I got, guys, and it's been an hour. I haven't eaten breakfast yet because this is even though it's like 9 p.m. Yeah, I normally don't even eat until sometimes 7 p.m. Sometimes it's not till like 11. So, yep. I think I'm out of here. We'll see what I come up with for over the next week, and I'll do another live stream soon, maybe Thursday. Thursday the 22nd. I'll plan on it. So yeah, end of stop. End of Stoptober is in full effect. I'll play you out with something from last week. Yeah? Mood Vision? I don't remember. Actually, I kind of wanted to revisit some of the stuff I made last year. Last year or the year before. Like, last year was pretty cool. Is that where Resurrect? This one. I think it's this one. This one's really cool because I use this technique where I'll record in a loop, and when I get a good take, there's a keyboard shortcut that automatically like switches to a new lane so you can keep recording. So you just quickly record multiple layers of a part. It's really fun to do on piano. And so you can really quickly come up with like a full song idea. But I stumbled on this one the other day and I was impressed with my guitar, the guitar that I added to it. Anyway, I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts. Join my Discord channel if there's a link, or I'll put a link in the description. Join my Discord and show off your own creations that you've been making this month. I'll catch you next time. I'm DJ Phazer. Peace out.